Okay, here's what you would look at with Outlook. Like I said, it's a little video here, so I'm going to move it forward. And what we're going to do is go to the contacts, but let me move this forward a little bit. And so this is Outlook, the typical outline. I'm going to go to contacts and select that. And I'm going to scroll down to a group that I created of folders, a contact folder called Cheap Hotel. And I used Cheap Hotel in a demo I did, this type of demo where we simulate sending emails to a fictitious hotel called Cheap Hotel. And these are entries or different email addresses for the different locations of the Cheap Hotel in Florida. Okay, now the key thing here, after you've created this group, is to then right-click on it and go to Properties. Okay, that might have gone by fast, but click Properties. Then this window will appear. You click on the Outlook address book, see, one of the properties, and you notice there's a option that says show this folder as an email address. You click on that, say OK or apply. Okay, then we're going to leave Outlook and we're going to jump back to the user options. You don't see us actually leaving Outlook and going to the user options, but same place we were before is this email setup. So in this case, we're going to check the option right there that says OK to use Microsoft Outlook to send emails, etc. So we're going to go ahead and click that. It will come up with this message telling you to select the folders you want to include in the address book search when you send an email. So we're going to say OK, and we're going to come back up and go to the Outlook Options tab. And it's going to show a bunch of folders you have in your Outlook system. And so we're going to select, in this case, just the Cheap Hotel. That's the only one we're going to see. Now you can click more than one. We don't recommend you clicking one that has hundreds of thousands of entries in it, because then the search itself will take quite a while. Okay, so we're going to say OK, save and close out of the user options. And now we're back in Hurrtrak. So we also changed the preferred method to Outlook so that when we send an email, that's what it's going to use. That was done in the same location. So from here we're going to say send this bulletin, and it comes up with that box again. And notice the email addresses here are no longer the ones we saw earlier, but they're the Cheap Hotel addresses. What it did is search through all your Outlook folders for the ones you wanted to include, and it's showing all those email addresses. Now one thing you can do, it doesn't show in this video, if you have a lot of entries, is you put in a search term here looking for perhaps the email address or the group that you want to send email to. But all you do is select the ones you want to send it to, and I'm going to select, I think, 3 here. Click on 2 to move it over. Put in whatever text you're going to put in, and then hit send. And you can either send it immediately from Outlook and it'll actually interface with Outlook, or it'll save it in the drafts folder. It won't actually send it, so you can see what you're sending. This is a good way to do it, clicking over here. Save to Outlook drafts folder with no send if you're doing some testing. Okay, so we're going to actually send it, I think, immediate here. And there isn't much more to this. It will then send that email via Outlook, and it's on its way. Okay, that's the end of that video. So let me switch back to Hurrtrak now. And hopefully that gives you enough information to get you started with your email.